Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. In today's episode we're going to talk about the Circle of Willis. The Circle of Willis is considered as a collateral circulation into the brain because it is composed of artery that forms like a circle and anastomosis that supplies the brain. So if one of the branches doesn't work, the deficit is going to be lessened because of all these other artery that are composed into the circle. So today the purpose of my video is to draw the circle in an explicit manner to help you memorize and understand the Circle of Willis. So let's get started. So the Circle of Willis starts from the aortic arch. So I'm going to draw my aortic arch here. So this is going to be my aortic arch. The aortic arch is going to give birth to two trunks, the brachiocephalic trunk on each side, right? So here I'm going to draw the brachiocephalic trunk. So this is my right side and this is my left side. So right brachiocephalic, and here left brachiocephalic. So each of these brachiocephalics are going to divide into two to give birth to the subclavian and the common carotid artery. So each of them dividing into two. So here we have the right subclavian, and this branch is the right common carotid. And same thing on the left side. We're gonna have the left subclavian, and here we're gonna have the left common carotid. So we're gonna come back to the subclavian. So let's look at what these common carotid arteries are gonna give. So each common carotid artery is gonna divide into two here. So it's gonna give us the external and the internal carotid artery. So here we have the right external carotid, and here this branch is going to be the right internal carotid, and it's going to be the same here. So here we're going to have the left internal carotid, and here the left external and internal. Here the left internal carotid. So now the internal carotid arteries are going to keep ascending inside the brain and give us a branch of ophthalmic artery during their ascension. So here we're going to have the left ophthalmic, and here we're going to have the right ophthalmic. So after they give a branch to the ophthalmic, they're going to be receiving the branches of the middle cerebral arteries. So I'm going to draw them in red. So there comes the middle cerebral. So here is going to be our left middle cerebral And here is gonna be our right middle cerebral. So now we're also gonna have branches of the anterior cerebral artery coming from the anterior portion of the brain, coming down here to join them. So here we're gonna have, I rather draw them in a different color so we can have a better understanding. So here we're gonna have the branches of the anterior cerebral arteries. So here is gonna be our left anterior cerebral, and here is gonna be our right anterior cerebral. And these two anterior cerebral are gonna be joined together to the anterior communicating arteries. It's easier to remember because the anterior communicating help the two cerebral communicate between each other. So here is gonna be our anterior communicating artery. So this is what is gonna happen to the middle, to the common carotid artery after the bifurcation of the brachiocephalic, giving the subclavian. Common carotid goes on its own, give the external carotid and the internal carotid. Internal carotid keep going on his own, give a branch to the ophthalmic artery, receive the middle cerebral and the anterior cerebral that are connected with the anterior communicating artery. So now we say we were going to come back to the subclavian. So what is happening to the subclavian after they are born from the brachiocephalic trunk? So the right and left subclavian are going to unite together posteriorly here. So right and left subclavian unite here to form a trunk that is called the basilar artery. Basilar artery right here at the base. So this is the basilar artery. So this trunk of basilar artery is going to divide into two arteries. And these arteries are called posterior cerebral artery on each side. So this is going to be the right posterior cerebral, and here we have the left posterior cerebral. Now this posterior cerebral are going to join all these anterior, middle, and internal arteries with the branches of their communicating. So here we have the posterior communicating arteries. So here we have the left posterior communicating artery and the right posterior communicating. And this is what is going to happen to this collateral circulation in the brain. So I'm going to go ahead and circle all the arteries involved in the Circle of Willis so we can see. So our posterior cerebral arteries are going to be involved with their communicant right here. Our internal carotid are going to be involved. Our middle cerebral are going to be involved, and our anterior cerebral are going to be involved with their communicant. So if we take a closer look at this circle, at this drawing, we found out that we have a circle. We have like a polygon. We have here the right internal joining the middle and the right anterior joining here, communicating with the left side, and the posterior coming together, communicating with these anterior arteries with their posterior, and also with the middle cerebral. All these are providing a better circulation to the brain. So in case we have, like, let's say the left posterior communicant is not working, we have so much other arteries to come supply that portion of the brain. And this is the purpose of understanding the Circle of Willis. So part of the Circle of Willis, we have the right internal, both internal carotid arteries, both posterior cerebral with their communicant, both anterior cerebral with their communicant, and the middle cerebral artery. And this is the Circle of Willis. Thank you so much. So if you find this video interesting, please subscribe, like, and share, and also drop a comment below. Thank you so much, and I will see you on my next video.